Hello everyone, welcome to the BTRDA Clubman's Rallycross Championship. We are at Knock Hill for our season finale. Today we are going to crown all our class champions as well as our overall champion. This has been the biggest year for the championship since it started in 1977 with 109 entries in total. So we are at Knock Hill, as I said. This is usually where we end our championship. Let's take you for a lap. So obviously first corner you drop downhill through the right hander, then you've got to get back across to open up this right-hander now, as this is going to take us onto the gravel section of the circuit. So this is the Rallycross section of the Knock Hill circuit. So through the left, stay nice and tight through there, over the bumps, avoid that tyre wall on the exit. We could see one or two people going into there today. Then we go through the right-hander and get your foot down out of here, over the bumps, because this is going to take us now onto the tarmac section. Once again, double right-hander coming up to end the lap, hit the brakes, up the curb, then take a nice wide entry, flat on the throttle through the last corner, and that is a lap around the Knock Hill circuit. It'll be a race to the title, and we are go then, and a very good start there for Baker, but BT away a little bit better, a job there, shooting into the overall lead. Let's just hope he gets through the first corner safely. Last time that wasn't possible. Job be first in class. Third overall, trying to look down the inside there was David Bell. David Bell and Derek Job, third and fourth in queue. They are the two fighting for the Clubman 4x4 Championship, with Martin Hawks unable to make it between those two as they now go down towards the final corner. So David Bell with a little bit of work to do here now as we make our way onto the back straight. Here we can see Dan Beatty, who needs to get a win to stand any kind of chance in fighting for the overall championship. He's currently sitting second in that as they come now onto, sitting fifth in that rather, as they come onto the start finish straight. But with half points here, it's very unlikely he will be able to win that. So for Dan Beatty, this is all about a bit of a procession for him in terms of trying to win this race and the championship, and then he'll have the super final later, which isn't a championship race, but it's the pride you get from winning it. And ending the season with a super final win would be great. But our two title contenders, third and fourth on track, let's see them two, because it's a straight fight between those two. Winner takes all scenario in the Clubman 4x4 title. Here they come over the crest, and it looks like we've had a change. So David Bell in the 93 has gone through. So Derek Job with work to do now. So David Bell currently on track to win the Clubman 4x4 Championship in the Mini, but Derek Job will be trying to fight back as we come up and over the crest now. James Lyon currently rounding out the field as we come down towards turn number one, and there you can see to the left of screen Derek Job in the yellow trying to get down the inside there, almost going into the back of David Bell and just about avoiding contact. The BTRDA Rallycross Championship, this will be the first title we crown, the first two champions we crown of the season, as they come now through the left and into the right, and Derek Job has run wide. You can see in the yellow there that he's unfortunately picked up a bit of a problem, has run wide coming through the left-hander, and that has just given the number 93 of David Bell a huge advantage. But this is where Derek Job has the advantage, coming round these final two corners and down the start-finish straight. We'll monitor that gap on the live timing. Let's check in with our leaders though. This is Dan Beatty and Christopher Baker coming in towards turn number two. David Bell with a 4-second advantage over Derek Job. We are already halfway through this production and Clubman 4x4 final. Dan Beatty looking on track to win. That's James Lyon in the 666 who has gone off the circuit. Get going again. Let's have a look at the gap between David Bell and Derek Job. Derek Job is unfortunately way behind David Bell now. So I'm not too sure if Derek Job is going to stand any kind of chance here in trying to catch David Bell. I think that battle is actually done. This is the battle that is going to be a little bit more interesting to watch now. Dan Beattie versus Christopher Baker. We're into the final 2 laps as they now make their way through the left-hander and into the right. This is Dan Beattie, 5th in the overall championship, but this win here will secure him as champion in the production 4x4 class. 1 more lap to go for Dan Beattie as he rounds the final corner and makes his way over the start-finish line. He has a lead of just over a second on Christopher Baker. That's now come to 2.8. In the background, David Bell is on track to crown himself the Clubman 4x4 champion there to the right of screen. Just as long as he gets around this last lap safely, he's done the hard work by getting past Derek Job and getting a gap. All he needs to do now is cross the line, but up ahead, Dan Beattie going very close to the tyre wall. They're just about rescuing it. And it might just be out there. In fact, here comes Dan Beattie now, apologies. So in the background, I think that might have been James Lyon we saw, who was off earlier in the lap. But Dan Beattie comes now down the back straight. He started the season with a 2nd back at Liddon Hill. Then it was a 4th and a win, a 4th, but a win. And it's going to be his 5th win of the season for Dan Beattie as he crosses the line to crown himself the production 4x4 champion. 4 out of 5 wins coming into this round. Make that 5 out of 6 to wrap up the season. So Dan Beattie is your winner then from Christopher Baker. 6 seconds between the two, with David Bell rounding out the podium. Job and Lyon complete the field. And then production 4x4 champion, it is Dan Beattie ahead of Chris Baker and Paul Davis. Sarah Hall has the interviews.
Dan, 2021 production 4x4 champion.
Hey, yes.
What a way to end the year, right?
I know, that was a great race as well. Chris kept me really honest at the start of that. That was so much fun.
Yeah, he made you work for that a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I know when we had a chat earlier, you said you're potentially taking a break next year. You couldn't really ask for a better end to the season to finish on.
Oh no, it's been great. I'm so happy the season's gone so well. The car's been faultless. Everything's just worked out so well.
Yeah, amazing. Well done. Brilliant to watch, and I'm so pleased you got the result.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Right, we are off away in racing. It's going to be a battle for the junior title, and Owen Robbins, our championship leader, slotting straight into the race lead there. So Casper Poitra is just going to have to do his best when we get into the gravel section to try and close in, as Paget and Watts there making slight contact as they come in towards turn number 2. Watts going into 3rd place, so a good start there from Max as he now is trying to chase after Casper Poitra in the background. Someone running a little wide. I think that might have been Caitlin May, who was almost into the barriers, but just about recovered it. There's the 326 going by of Corey Paget. Caitlin May, who did just avoid contact with the barriers, being followed now by Alfie Campbell. The top 2, the ones fighting for the title, and Casper Poitra looking a little bit quicker coming through the penultimate corner, and now onto the start-finish straight. Owen Robbins, so this is exactly what he would have wanted at the start, just to get himself into the lead and get a little bit of a cushion over Casper Poitra. Casper now needs to do all the hard work to try and close back in, but he did take that win in the 3rd heat, which we brought to you a little earlier. So let's see if he can replicate that now slightly as we go on to lap 2 of 6. 1 down, 5 to go. And that's what Owen Robbins is going to be doing in his head, just ticking off the laps one by one. If he can win this race, he will become the champion, but he will also put the pressure on Jason Bleasdale as well. He'll lock himself in 40 points in the overall championship, and then it will be over to Jason Bleasdale, who will need to finish in the top 3 in his race, at least, to secure himself as overall champion. And almost running wide there was Corey Paget, just about recovered it in time. Here's Casper Poitra doing his best to try and close down as we go on to the 3rd of 6 laps in this race now. They drop downhill once more. Owen Robbins, who's been on the podium at every single round so far this season, took wins at Brighton, Pembrey, And then, well, our second visit to Blighton last time out also took the win there as well. But Casper Poitra is definitely getting his head down, isn't he? He's starting to close back down. This is probably the closest we've seen the gap since the first lap of the race. Owen Robbins maybe driving just a little bit conservatively. Casper Poitra with nothing really to lose as he now comes over the start-finish line. Down the hill we go. 3 to go. Halfway to the checkered flag for Owen Robbins. 1.6 back is Max Watt from our top 2. Well clear from Corey Paget. This really is a two-way fight, so Owen Robbins, even if he drops behind Casper Poitra and Max Watt, he will still be the champion. So really, it's going to take some sort of off here for Owen Robbins for him to lose the title. Casper Poitra, though, trying to take the win from him, but Owen Robbins thinking about that overall title. When I say that, I say the points added together from all the classes, and Casper Poitra has seen a gap on the inside and he's gone through ahead of Owen Robbins. Good driving there from Casper Poitra. Good instinctive move there, but Owen Robbins is going to have the extra speed there in that Suzuki Swift coming down towards turn number 1, and he retakes the lead. 2 to go in the junior season here. Owen Robbins leading Casper Poitra as they come downhill and in towards turn number 2. Casper Poitra trying to sneak down the inside, a little bit of contact there with Owen Robbins, who just about holds on. All of this is bringing Matt Watt into play there in 3rd place. He is closing in as they now come over the bumps, and on the right-hand side of your screen, Casper Poitra just goes a little bit better, and he takes the race lead away from Owen Robbins. Owen Robbins thinking about that title just a little bit, but good driving from Poitra gets himself into the lead as we are about to hit the final lap. And once again, a mistake there from Robbins. He now has Max Watt behind. If there is an incident between these two, Casper Poitra is in the position to go and take the championship. Let's not forget, Owen Robbins in 2nd, over the bumps in the 3rd heat. Gradually started to hit real big problems, so let's just see if he can now. Oh no, Max Watt's run wide going in towards turn number 2 there, almost having a bit of a spin, and Max Watt drops back from Owen Robbins to relieve any pressure that was once on him. And Owen Robbins, as we are on the final lap of the race, is now on course to become champion. Casper Poitra, who has taken a win so far this season, that was back at Pembrey. Casper Poitra looks like he's going to go and take his 2nd win of the season. As they come out of the final corner, it's going to be win number 2 for Casper Poitra, but the champion in the blue is going to be Owen Robbins in the background as he comes up to the line. Owen Robbins crowns himself the 2021 Junior Rallycross champion in the BTRDA Rallycross Championship.
Brilliant drive from Casper Poitra there to get past Owen Robbins and beat him to the flag by just under 2 seconds. Max Watt rounds out the final podium of the season from Paget, May and Campbell. It's Owen Robbins, though, who is our champion, just beating Casper Poitra by 3 points. Let's go down to Sarah Hall to hear from our race winner.
Good race, honestly.
Yeah, that was honestly so good to watch from where we were stood. I mean, we just didn't know which one of you were going to get that because there was so much action.
Yeah, Owen did a great job. It was fun fighting him, honestly. It was good. It's
always really fun and fair between you guys as well, and it's been the same all season, so it must be brilliant to get to the final together and really be fighting for that last place.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm just speechless right now.
I can imagine.
A season like this, amazing.
Yeah. Awesome, well done, brilliant to watch, amazing driving. Are you coming back next year? Please say yes.
Don't know yet.
Well, we hope you do, because you've been a massive addition to this championship, so well done. We'll let you go and celebrate with your team.
Thank you very much.
Just like that, we are racing in the Modified A final. It's Max Weatherly who's going to lead us down towards turn number 1. Then in the 515, in 2nd place there, as they make their way in towards turn number 2, is Matt Reed. Behind that, in 3rd place, is Anso Pickenen. In terms of the championship, this is going to be Weatherly's day as he makes his way now
around the left-hander into the right and towards the back straight. He is already going to be the champion. Matt Reed in second place. A couple of new names in Matt Reed and so Pickanen. Max Weatherly, who hasn't been at every round this season, but when he has, he's been unbeaten. He wasn't at round 2 at Blyton Park. That was Johnny Crisp who won that round, but every other round has been won by this man here. So this is a new class. We've mentioned it in the earlier heat, if you're with us. Modified was brought in this year to bridge the gap between the production and the super modified classes. And I think it's done a great job in doing that. Max Weatherly, now he's done a year in the modified class. What do we see him do next? Will we see him head up to super modified? I'm sure that's something Sarah will speak to him about a little bit later, because he's had a fantastic season. If you're enjoying the BTRDA Rallycross Championship, we do appreciate your company. It's been a real pleasure to be here. We still have plenty of racing coming up. We've got production, super modified, classic, and then your super final. But if you're interested in getting involved in the championship, you do not need to have a license. You do not need to have a medical. You can come along and get involved straight away. If you have a car which you think is up to scratch to go racing in, then all you need is £69 for your license, and you can come along and race with us. Next year, let's bring you the dates. We're going to be testing at Blyton Park on the 20th of February. Then we'll be back there for the first round on the 27th of March. Rounds 2 and 3 will be on the 23rd and 24th of April at Pembrey. Round 4 will be at Liddon Hill on the 28th of May. Round 5 at Blyton Park on the 26th of June. Then we will be at Pembrey for a double header on the 10th and 11th of September. And then we will finish our season at Knockhill at round 8 on the 23rd of October. We have had the most entries we have ever had overall in this championship. It's been going since 1977, and we had 109 entries overall, and we thank all the drivers that have get involved. Around 35% of those were brand new, not just to Rallycross, but to motorsport in general. In terms of wanting to come and race, if you don't have a car and you don't want to commit fully, then for around £800 you can hire a car for the weekend. That is entry fee, everything included, all in, and you can go and race for a weekend. If you're based near Blyton Park, Pembrey, Liddon Hill or Knockhill, come along, have a watch, or if you fancy a go, then for around £800 you can get in a car for the weekend and have a go. As we said, you do not need a license to race. It's the most accessible championship I have ever seen, bar none. More accessible than karting. Rallycross, in terms of doing motorsport, is the easiest and most affordable championship to race in. And as you can see, it's pretty good fun, isn't it? It looks really, really good fun out there. Max Weatherly, whilst we've been talking about the championship a little more, has really stolen the show, hasn't he? This has been his race very, very easily as he makes his way out of the final corner now and up to the start-finish line. Let's just stick with him on this last lap. Max Weatherly, as he comes downhill, this will give us a good view of the circuit. Downhill braking into turn 1, so very easy to get yourself caught out because it continues to drop downhill, so you've got to get on the brakes very early for turn number 2. And now we are into the Rallycross section, so it's a downhill left to kick us off. Stay tight through there, so you've got to keep a tight line through here, then get back across for the right-hander, pitch the car in the middle before getting it into the apex, and then let the car run out over the bumps. Be brave as you can through there. Then we're onto the tarmac section, so now don't forget you can hit the brakes later than you think. Let the car run out and then pick up the apex again. And as they come out the last corner, Max Weatherly is going to be the modified champion, the first ever modified champion in the BTRDA Rallycross Championship. Well done to Max Weatherly, unbeaten this season.
We'll hear from him shortly, but let's follow what was, in the end, quite a close battle for second between Matt Reed and the Finn, Ansko Pitkänen. As they come down to the final 2 corners, Matt Reed, a quick check in the mirrors there, and Matt Reed has done enough to hold on as he comes out of the final corner. And so Ansko just getting a good run out of that final corner, but up to the line, Matt Reed did just enough in the end to hold on.
A brilliant race and a truly brilliant season from Max Weatherly. He wins the final race by over 30 seconds, with Matt Reed just holding on to second place there. And as we said, it's been Max Weatherly's year. He's been unbeaten. Let's go down to Sarah to hear from our race winner and champion.
Modified champion 2021. Awesome, right?
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's...
Nearly all done
Yeah,
that. You,
go on.
You can interview me. You can interview me.
How's your day been?
Yeah, wet and cold, mate. Wet and cold. How's your day been?
Amazing, perfect. I couldn't ask for anything better, and yeah, that's not gonna sink in for a while.
Yeah.
This is really amazing, and everything's been.
You fought for that this year, and well deserved. So I'm really happy you've got that. Well done.
Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, means the world. Focused everything on this and giving it everything.
Yeah.
And to get an extra result out of it, oh my God. Yeah, it's going to take some processing, I think. But yeah, today's gone perfectly. The weather at the end was dry and lovely.
Yeah.
It's been mixing all day.
It doesn't stop you when it's pouring down.
Oh, it's lovely. Regardless, this thing's awesome to drive.
I love how much you love it.
This is the best thing in the world. And I just want to just keep doing it. Yeah, give it everything. I don't have anything else. I have no money, I have no social life. I have this.
What more do you need, right? Motorsport's life. So.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the most addictive thing on the planet, and this is awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lewis, and everyone at home for watching and helping out. Jesus, wow.
And I know you've had a brilliant team looking after the car as well. I know you've thanked them quite a lot this year.
Oh my God, I couldn't do it without them. Josh and Ben, I owe them everything, and I can give them a chocolate bar later, and that's all I can afford. They want dinner, and it's going to be tight.
Yeah. You know, a sandwich or something like that. They'll be happy with that.
Exactly. Hug, I'll have to do.
I'm sure they'll be more than happy with that. But yeah, I'll let you go and celebrate. Well done. It's been amazing to watch you.
Thanks very much.
Right, we're already into the next race then. This is our production final. It's Rory Denning versus Harry Volkyard for the title. They are 1 and 2 as we make our way through the first corner. So there you can see your top 10 to the left: Harry Volkyard, Rory Denning. Then we have Miskouskas, Mark Henry, Carl Jarvis, Mike Dresser. John Brook, the championship manager, is in 7th place. He runs the championship. Still races in it though, you can't keep him away from it. Has a great team that helps him run that car while he is doing everything else. Charlie Maroney 8th, James Averson 9th, Graham Cuthbert in 10th place as they come up and over the hill. We've had someone run wide there coming out of the final corner. It might have been Graham Cuthbert, but gets across the line okay as we now make our way downhill and in towards turn number 1. So Rory Denning now leads Harry Volkyard. It needs to be the other way round really for Harry Volkyard to even challenge for the title, and he's going to need some backup behind from Miskouskas as they now come round turn number 3. There you can see Jonas Miskouskas is closing back in. So we've got Charlie Maroney in 4th. John Rook is up to 5th place. The championship manager in the 26 is climbing up the order. Up and over the crest we go, and Volkyard doing his best to close down. This is the production category we are watching. This is our entry-level class. When we talk about if you want to come and race in this championship, 800 quid for a weekend, 5 grand if you're going to do the season properly and get your own car and what have you, then this is oh no, that's the we've got a spin there. That's Miskouskas, who's gone round, a real shame, into the barriers and was on for a podium. He's going to have to click reverse and get going. It's not one of our title contenders. So that's going to move John Rook up into 4th place, and Charlie Maroney is now going to be in the podium positions. Charlie Maroney, who is being in the top 5 all season, has missed a couple of rounds, but when he's been racing, he's done an absolutely fantastic job. Here's John Rook coming over the start-finish line. Rory Denning is leading by 1 second, so the 2 title protagonists, 1 and 2 on track, and Vulkyard is going to need to turn this into a bit of a dogfight to try and win. There's Avison fighting away in the background with Mark Henry. Henry in the green and white was just trying to sneak down the inside, but here it is, Rory Denning and Harry Vulkyard. It's been a season of 2 halves. It was all Vulkyards at the start of the year. He went and won at Liddon Hill and then at Brighton, but then in came Rory Denning, who had played second best up until that point and got the wins at Pembrey and Brighton. Back-to-back wins put him in the position to lead the way, and Vulkyard tailed off, had a really poor round at Pembrey and then got on the podium at Brighton. But as Vulkyard won, as Denning won, apologies, he managed to get into the lead. Oh dear, we've just had a little bit of an off. Oh, and a bit of a coming together there, as I think that was Avison who found himself. Avison has dropped down towards the back of this growth. Mike Dresser in the red and yellow has got himself into the lead of this group now. Then it is Mark Henry as they drop downhill. There is James Avison, who was the one who ran wide out of that final corner. Miskauskas has got going again in 9th place. Graham Cuthbert runs 10th. Denning and Vulkyard are getting closer for the race lead. So we are approaching the final lap. Our 2 leaders are less than a second apart as they now come up towards the final corner. Champion to be Rory Denning. This is a little bit further down the field. Rory Denning, I think, oh, big incident there. Avison coming into the final corner, lost complete control of his car, and Avison off into the barriers. Whereas they're going to be at the final corner, I'd say. Yes, here they are. So they're coming up to the final corner now. Here we can see Rory Denning, Harry Vulkyard in 2nd place. These 2, it's been all about them this season. Well clear from the rest in terms of points. 2 wins apiece coming into this round. So it was all about who was going to go and take that 3rd win. And Vulkyard, although he's looked good at times this weekend, although he started on pole, when it counted, Rory Denning is going to come across the line, and it's going to be a hat-trick of wins to seal the title. Rory Denning is the BTRDA production champion in the Rallycross. Fantastic season. There'll be a lot of respect between Denning and Vulkyard, as we see there.
A thrilling fight concluded with a thrilling race. Rory Denning taking the win by just under a second from Harry Vulkyard. Charlie Maroney rounds out the podium, and a well done to John Rook in 4th place. But it's Denning who is crowned champion, a hat-trick of wins to do it. Let's go down to Sarah Hall and hear from our race winner and champion.
Won, so
Yeah.
really happy.
Officially, production category overall champion 2021. Well done.
Thank you very much.
You must be buzzing.
Yeah, I'm just really hot and
Yeah.
adrenaline and sweaty, and
That's what we like to see. That's why I annoy you straight away.
Of course. No, that's brilliant. Really good track. Harry was on my arse the whole way. It was a really good race.
Harry and you had such a good battle. That was amazing to watch. And I don't know what the result would have been if he'd have actually got you. So it was quite tense for a minute.
It was going to be close, yeah. But yeah, no, great race, great track. Thanks to my dad for pretty much solely looking after the car all on his own, and it's been great all year. So yeah, thanks Dad, and yeah, thanks team. It's been great.
Fantastic. It's been fantastic to have you. Hopefully we'll see you about next year, will we?
Probably, yeah. I'm not saying anything yet, but yeah, most likely.
Fair enough. Brilliant. Hope we do. I'll let you get on and celebrate. Cheers, Rory.
Darren Bleasdale and Phil Chicken close together in the championship as well, just 10 points apart. So right now it should stay. It could swap round, but we'll monitor that throughout the race as they now come down towards the final 2 corners. It'll be 4 to go when we cross the line. So earlier, we talked about overall championships. Earlier, Owen Robbins, scored 40 points for winning in the juniors. So that gives him his
final score of 195. If Jason Bleasdale wins this, he'll get 200, and that will make him the overall champion. If he drops down behind the two drivers you see behind, then they will be tied on points. And on countback, I believe Jason Bleasdale will just still win it, but that will be, of course, down to further regulations. But to be secured champion on track, Jason Bleasdale could do with winning this race now. Around the final two corners we go. So far, so good for Bleasdale. There was a chance, but when we watched the third heat, Bleasdale didn't look as comfortable as he did. Didn't look as quick as this, going through that middle section of the circuit. That said, he had a bit more company on the opening lap. This time, it seems he had managed to get a gap off the line. It was much better through the first corner. We did have trickier conditions earlier. The rain was falling, so I think things drying up has just played into Jason Bleasdale's hands slightly here. He is unbeaten so far this season, and as a couple of the drivers said in the interviews earlier, he's really turned up at this round. So are we going to see Jason Bleasdale win 6 out of 6 races to go unbeaten all weekend? We'll find out. Here's a good little battle though between Andrew Hawks and Nick Abbott for 4th place. Coming round the final couple of corners they go. They're going to have 2 more laps to dispute this one, so we'll stay with this. This is good stuff between Andrew Hawks and Nick Abbott. Darren Bleasdale and Phil Chicken have separated themselves in the battle for 2nd and 3rd. Championship-wise, Phil Chicken will hold on to 3rd. Bleasdale will be 4th, but let's stay with this. This is Hawks versus Abbott, and don't discount McGuinness as well, not too far behind. So Andrew Hawks and Nick Abbott disputing 4th place. If there's to be any problems for any of the drivers ahead, they will be there to pick up the pieces and get themselves on the podium. We'll pick up Andrew Hawks and Nick Abbott up very shortly, but of course we will need to get back then to our race leader, because he is about to crown himself the champion. We're on to the final lap of the race, and Jason Bleasdale in that 167 is getting a little bit of traffic. Just makes his way through the left-hander. Ahead of him there is Adam Laidler. Jason Bleasdale will not take any risk here. He may even just back right off the throttle here and follow Adam Laidler home. Might get past him when we hit the tarmac. In fact, Jason Bleasdale comes up to the final couple of corners. He has won every single race so far this season. It's going to be 6 out of 6, a super modified win, and the overall champion of 2021 crosses the line. Jason Bleasdale is the king of the BTRDA Rallycross Championship. What a fantastic season overall, unbeaten. You don't get consistency like that anywhere else. Hawks comes out of the final corner to just hold off the pressure of Nick Abbott. Good effort from Nick Abbott. Darren Bleasdale exited, and all Bleasdale 1 and 2. Phil Chicken rounds out the podium in 3rd.
Jason Bleasdale, another win, 6 out of 6. Jason Bleasdale, quite simply unbeatable this season. He beats Darren Bleasdale and Phil Chicken to the flag, and he takes the championship win, beating Phil Chicken and Darren Bleasdale. Let's go and hear from the king of the BTRDA now.
I think I've got to say a massive congratulations. I mean, not only have you just won the final, everyone's just been watching on the live stream, I think you've won the championship 2021. I mean, it's just been epic, hasn't it, for you this year?
Yeah, it's been unbelievable, really. Six wins now out of 6, so what more can I ask for? I mean, the championship has just gone really faultlessly. The car's been really good to us all year, and it's thanks to my sponsors and my team, my family. So
100%. I mean, I don't know what else I can say. You can't ask for any more, can you? You've driven amazing. Like you say, you've had the consistency with the car, which has been brilliant. Have you enjoyed yourself?
Oh, yeah, it's been brilliant. I mean, I've really enjoyed the BTRDA this year. I think it's a really well-organised run championship, and I'll definitely be back next year.
Fantastic. Well, we can't wait to see you back. How are you getting on in user endeavours? I know you've been doing a bit of British as well.
Yeah, we've got a weekend spare now, and then we're down to Lynn Hill for round 6 of the British Championships. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get a good result down there, same as today.
Whereabouts are you stood at the moment with those guys?
I think I've got 14 points lead, so I'm leading the British Championship as well. I mean, the dream is obviously 2 championships. Fingers crossed, 2 rounds to go.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I'm sure you can do it. I've got every faith. Well done. It's been brilliant to watch you. The car's fantastic to see as well. Enjoy. Go and have a break.
Cheers. Thanks for the support.
We are off away in racing. Vince Bristow is going to lead us in towards turn number 1. As we said, he needs to finish inside the top 7 to become champion. We should keep an eye on Lee Wood to see exactly where he can get to in this race. He needs to win to stand any chance. He's the only person that can mathematically stop Vince Bristow to the title. But as we can see, Vince Bristow is running away with this one. Mark Jones is got himself through into second place as he now comes over onto the back straight. Number 761 there, David Martin, as that looks like someone running wide coming out of the final corner. So Vince Bristow is going to lead us over the line. Mark Jones is in second, Ryan Stoochbury in third place, and it's Jamie McBain in fourth, Lee Wood in fifth place. It's a good job. That driver doesn't have to see out the back of that car. I think that might have been Richard Maroney, who has hit problems, unfortunately, as we make our way downhill for the first time. Vince Bristow with a lead of just under 3 seconds. Here is Mark Jones. Had an off earlier on. Lee Wood, well, at the moment it's not going his way at all, is he? Here we can see Lee Wood now coming through the right-hander. Vince Bristow leading the way so far, having a good time out there. Only 6-lap race, so 4 to go as he comes across the line, and an even bigger drift. It's a drift competition at that last corner between Vince Bristow and Mark Jones. Ryan Stoochbury is third, Jamie McBain is fourth place, Lee Wood is fifth, David Evans sixth, Helen Crooks seventh place, David Attiwell in 8th place, David Martin in 9th, Richard Maroney in 10th place. These are the classics, a nice selection of cars. BMW leading, Toyota second, Peugeot's third and fourth. Then we have a handful of Porsches, and we've got the classic Mini in 7th. So a nice few selection of cars, all pre-1995. Vince Bristow leading. There's third place Ryan Stoochbury. Here's fourth place Jamie McBain versus Lee Wood, second in the championship. Big drift coming round the final corner as they come now onto the start-finish straight. That's not a car in this race that has gone off. That's the 761. In fact, that is David Martin, who was pulled off at the final corner, unfortunately. So he was up and out that car very quickly, I have to say. I think Richard Maroney has also hit problems as well. David Attiwell likewise. So we are down to 7 as they come now through the left-hander into the right, and down the back straight we will go. There is Ryan Stoochbury. Behind then is Jamie McBain and Lee Wood. So we come through the right-hander now and down the back straight. Mark Jones sitting in second, 6.7 seconds back from Vince Bristow. This is your best bet on track, really. Jamie McBain versus Lee Wood, but so far it is not happening for Lee Wood. Vince Bristow looks set to become the Classics champion, and that would secure him as fourth in the overall championship. So great stuff from Vince Bristow. Here he is. Just a couple of laps to go. 1.5 make that. He's had a pretty superb season, I have to say. Hence, he's in the position he is. I think Jamie McBain has actually closed in here on Ryan Stoochbury. So the battle for third looks like it's getting a little closer perhaps, but we'll keep an eye on that on this last lap. Lee Wood's still close as well. Here comes Vince Bristow. Just doesn't need to do anything silly now. He's on course to become champion. There's Stutchbury as well. That's David Martin, sorry, who's out of the race. But Vince Bristow comes into the left-hander. Well, he started, as he's going to end here, he started with a win at Linden Hill, but then we had different winners. We had John Cross came in and won at round 2. Lee Wood got back-to-back wins at Pembrey, with Vince Bristow finishing second in all of those rounds. It was a win, 3 second places, then he got a win at Brighton Park, and Vince Bristow is going to make it 3 wins out of 6, and he comes up to the line to crown himself the 2021 Classic champion. Brilliant stuff from Vince Bristow. He made that one look very, very easy. He is the Classics champion, and by my maths, that is 4th for him in the overall championship as well.
So confirmation of the results in Classics. Vince Bristow wins from Mark Jones and Ryan Stutchbury. Jamie McBain 4th, Lee Wood 5th, David Ewan 6th, and it's Helen Crooks and David Attewell. But it's Vince Bristow who is the champion from Lee Wood and Jamie McBain. Vince Bristow is with Sarah Hall now.
8th in Classic category this year. Classic champion. Well done. Yes.
There you go. See, I didn't know that.
There you go. So you've had a very, very good day. You've won and you've won. Yeah? Just keeps getting better and better. You're going to have to go for the full championship next year.
Yeah, car's not up for that.
You never know. You never know. So any plans for next year so far, or are you just going to see what happens?
Yeah, just see what happens. Really done a lot of travelling this year.
Yeah.
Still got some more to do yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've done a lot of miles. So,
yeah.
both on track and on the road. Yeah, so.
Any racing left for you this year?
Yeah, still got Linden Hill in 2 weeks' time, and then Spa 3 weeks after that, I think. So yeah, still quite a bit.
Brilliant. Well, good luck. Hope that all goes well. It's been fantastic watching you again this year. Well done for your win. We'll let you go and chill out.
Thank you very much.
On to the start-finish straight. Good to see plenty of people watching this one. Here comes up the line. In fact, it might be Charlie Maroney who's slotted into that car. It's usually the car her job is driving, but Maroney's going to be the one in it as they now slot downhill in the number 7. Stutchbury is 4th, Joe Mikuskis is 5th, and it's Charlie Maroney, David Attewell, Rory Denning, and Phil Chicken currently rounding out the field. Just getting a little bit wide there was Vince Bristow as we come through the right-hander and now down to the final couple of corners. A move in the background, in fact we're side by side. Oh dear, contact there between Meskouskis and Maroney. I think that was David Attewell was trying to get involved in that as well. I think they've all just about escaped. Here comes Meskouskis ahead of the rest, and dropping back there's Charlie Maroney. We had a quick look at him running wide coming into the final corner there. I think was Stutchbury as they make their way now out of the final corner and uphill. In fact, it was David Attewell who had got all out of shape there coming through the final corner. 4 to go as we drop downhill, very close at the back of the field. Here's Charlie Maroney in the all yellow, still close between our 2 leaders. Christopher Baker versus Vince Bristow for the lead. Clubman 4x4 versus Classics. It's the Subaru and Impreza versus the BMW. We've got someone's come to a stop. Now, was that Phil Chicken? I think it might have been, who has come for a stop coming out of the final corner. Not in an ideal place, so Phil Chicken, unfortunately, isn't going to make it to the end of the race. And there is Phil. That's a real shame for him, but he's had a fantastic season. Christopher Baker still leads from Vince Bristow. Charlie Maroney and Ryan Stutchbury are close together, so the battle for third looks fairly close. Joe Meskouskis closing in on them. They're only separated by 3/10, that battle for third, so trying to get the last step of the podium. We'll keep an eye on those two on the timing screens. Vince Bristow looks like he's dropping back here from Christopher Baker, and that slide has just opened up the gap for Baker. Right, here we go. Are we going to see Charlie Maroney and Ryan Stoochbury a bit? Oh dear, there we go. That's Ryan Stoochbury. We said the battle for third was close, and it got a little bit too close for comfort there. Ryan Stoochbury has found himself going wide, and delayed out of the corner there was Maroney. I think Meskuzkas is now the one challenging for third place. So this is the battle for the last step on the podium between Maroney, Meskuzkas, Attiwell and Maroney as well. Through the left we go. Charlie Maroney, Meskuzkas, Attiwell in that order. As we come through the left-hander now. There is Charlie Maroney. I think that is Derek Job in the third place. I'm going to call it as Derek Job. So Job it is in third place, making his way down towards the final couple of corners. Derek Job doing a good job to hold off the pressure here. There we can see him in the all yellow, making his way up towards the first corner. Derek Job just having a look in the mirrors, and as he did earlier, just locking up, going down towards turn number one. Christopher Baker has escaped out front. This is the last lap of the race. Job is under pressure, but just has to try and hold on here as he comes into the left-hander. Oh no, contact and into the barriers there goes Rory Denning. But where's our leaders? Because they're about to come across the line. Christopher Baker is about to take the win, and across the line he comes. Christopher Baker wins the super final ahead of Vince Bristow. Derek Job will crown himself third place, and then it will be David Attiwell, Joe Meskuzkas, Charlie Maroney, Rory Denning, Ryan Stoochbury, and then behind that will be Phil Chicken.
We finally won one. Good.
You've had a pretty good year though, haven't you?
It's on and off. I've had a few breakdowns, but still here, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. It's been not too bad. Learning curve for everything, I guess. What about yourself? Are you looking forward to next year? Happy with what you've done?
Can't wait.
Yeah.
We don't need to finish the season. Let's just carry on.
Are you having fun though?
Loads. Absolutely tons.
That's all that matters, isn't it?
But yeah, it's unbelievable.
That looked a little bit slippy out there.
Yeah, as we come off the loose down to this last corner, that's got worse and worse throughout day. So yeah, it's very slippy now. It's not very good looking in your rear view, watching Vince sideways behind you.
Vince is sideways all the time though, so it's just his default state.
That's where he goes, isn't it? That's just him.
You were putting some good pressure on Dan Beattie earlier though. That was pretty good to watch.
I've been chasing him all year, but I just can't seem to get him.
He's just had the edge, hasn't he?
Yeah, just after he's had it sorted after Brighton. I mean, I've said them 3 heats there, and then Carl let me down. Then he's just left me since then.
Unfortunately. So 2022, you're gonna have to come back with a vengeance, aren't you?
No, don't. Yeah, I will be. Don't worry.
I can sense plans already.
There's already plans afoot.
Fantastic. Well done. I hope that's ended your day with a smile for winning that.
That sorted me out.
Brilliant. And we'll see you next year.
Definitely. Thank you.
A great race to end our season there, but our overall champion for 2021 is Jason Bleasdale, 6 points ahead of Rory Denning and Vince Bristow. Then it's Owen Robbins, Casper Poitra, Harry Volkyard, Dan Beattie, Lee Wood rounds out the top 8. Here's where we're going to be going next season. We're going to begin at Blyton Park on the 27th of March. Then we'll have trips to Pembury, Lydden Hill, Blyton, Pembury. We will end our season at Knock Hill on the 23rd of October. Make sure you join us for all the action next year. We're planning to make it an even bigger one than we had this year. Hope you've enjoyed all the action from Knock Hill today. My name's been Chris McCarthy. It's been a pleasure to get all the action for you from all of us here at the BTRDA. Goodbye.